Hello and welcome to amarman.com YouTube channel. And in this video, we will discuss about another object-oriented ABAP concept called as method redefinition. So method redefinition as well as super keyword. So this is the focus of this video. So let's get started. Now, in our previous video, you must have already learned what is inheritance and how do we do inheritance in object-oriented ABAP. Now, this is kind of a continuation to the previous video. And in this video, we will understand that, for example, there is a method in the super class, and you would like to redefine that method, or you would like to change the implementation of that method in the inheritor class. So how you can do that? Now, this is possible in object-oriented ABAP, and the concept of changing the implementation of the inherited instance method is known as method redefinition. So we will be changing the implementation of the inherited method in the subclass, and this concept is known as method redefinition. This is also part of the object-oriented concept called as polymorphism. Now, method redefinition supports only re-implementation of inherited method, and the signature of the method cannot be changed. So whatever signature is defined in the parent class, that same signature has to be maintained or followed in the method redefinition as well. Then second point is that you even cannot change the visibility of the method. So if the method in the parent class is defined under the public section, then while redefining that method in the subclass, you cannot put it in the protected section. It has to be in the public section itself, which indicates that you cannot change the visibility section of the inherited method when redefining the method. Third point that we should know here is that redefinition of static methods is not allowed. So only instance methods can be redefined. You cannot redefine a static method that is available in the parent class and you are inheriting that in the subclass, so it cannot be redefined. Then one more important point is that we have super keyword. Now, with the help of this super object, you can access the components of the super class. Then you can only use this super object in the redefined implementation of the method, and with the help of this super object you can call the original method of the parent class or any other component of the parent class. So these are some basic understanding related to method redefinition. Let us look at the syntax of method redefinition. So here, as you notice, we have the class. So this is our parent class. The class is defined here. It has one method called as M1 under the public section. Then this is kind of the implementation of the parent class, and we are inheriting the parent class in a subclass. So we will be using the keyword inheriting from to inherit the superclass. Then we would like to redefine the method M1. Hence, we need to add the addition redefinition to redefine the method M1 in the child class or the subclass. And this is the implementation part of the redefined method. And if you would like to call the original implementation in the parent class, then you can use the super keyword to or super prefix to call the implementation of the method M1, the original implementation of the method M1. So this is kind of a syntax to method redefinition in object-oriented ABAP, and let us look at an example to understand this concept in detail. Now let us try to understand the concept of method redefinition with the help of an example. Now here I have created a very interesting example in which I have created a parent class, you can say, called as vehicle, and this parent class is inherited by a subclass called as LCL truck. Fine. Now, in the parent class, we have two methods. As you notice here, we have two methods in the parent class, get wheels and set wheels. So these are the two methods, uh, get wheels and set wheels. Fine. And the set wheel method has an importing parameter, im wheels type integer. Then in the private section, I have declared an attribute number of wheels type integer. So this is my definition of the parent class. Now, post the definition, let us look at the implementation part. And in the implementation part, we have implemented the method get wheels and set wheels. The implementation is pretty simple. Whatever number of wheels we are getting as the importing parameter, that we are assigning to the attribute number of wheels. And in the get wheels scenario, we are just displaying the number of wheels information. So this is the parent class. Then let's look at the code of the child class or the inheritor class. Now, this is the inheritor class LCL truck, and this is the class definition. And over here we have a simple class implementation. Now, in the class definition of the truck, we are redefining the two methods that we had defined in our parent class by using the redefinition keyword. Now, here we have also added one more attribute called as spare wheels, which is of type integer. Obviously, in a vehicle, you would like to add a spare wheel. So with that concept, I have developed this example. And next, let us look at the implementation part. So in the implementation part, we are using the super prefix to call a method implementation in the parent class, that is set wheels. And since it has the importing parameter, so that is the importing parameter that is required here. So this makes us understand that what is the concept of super. With super, you can call the component of the parent class in the redefinition, in the implementation of the redefinition method. And here even I am assigning the value or setting the value of spare wheels to 1. Spare wheels is the attribute that we have defined in our subclass. So this is a pretty good method redefinition. And over here, we are redefining the method get wheels, and this is the output that we would like to see here. Now, what is the output of this example? If you create an object of the truck, local class truck, and you call the method set wheels and get wheels, then you notice here that whatever parameter that was defined in the parent class method, the signature of the parent class method is copied to the subclass method when redefining the method, right? So we are passing the number of wheels as an importing parameter. And then this number of wheels that we are passing as an importing parameter would be then passed to the original method, and the original method will set the value of number of wheels. All right. And then we are calling the method get wheels. This get wheels would call the method redefined method get wheels, and the under the redefined method get wheel, I'm calling the parent class method get wheels and even displaying the spare wheels information. So if you look at the parent class get wheels code, we are just displaying the number of wheels. So it will display the number of wheels as well as the spare wheels. So this is the method redefinition, and this is what is the output that we get here. Now, in this example, you have got the understanding of how do you redefine a method, and then how do you call the parent class original method implementation using the super prefix. But then there are few points that you should always remember, that over here there might be a requirement, or you might feel like, can we change the signature of this set wheels so that we can even pass these spare wheels as an importing parameter? So can we change the signature of this? Now this is not possible, and you cannot change the signature in the method redefinition part. So if you want to add the spare wheels, you have to change the signature of the parent method itself. All right, that's all in this video. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, then please subscribe and hit the bell icon.